and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Shadow Empire. At the one around 267, we have 4 decisions awaiting us. Minor worker strike will give in with some demands. Charismatic Union Chief. We can just pay him.
Order received.
Give him beers. Get him to go away that way. Extend the oil well. This is the other alien natives. They also want an official peace treaty. We'll go ahead and accept. It might actually be worth seeing if the other alien natives are more willing to unify.
Roger that.
The answer is probably no, but might as well check. We got a couple zoo projects we can play.
Roger that. Roger that.
Okay, metal decline is less of a decline, so that's good. Is there any delays in the construction that's making it look better? That would be only temporary, and the answer appears to be no. So all the gateway stuff completed, and the port in Scylla completed. Most of those we're not going to follow up with doing anything, so... Well, we might follow up with sending some colonists here. No. Maybe next turn, when it's no longer receiving the metal for the shipment. We can send in more people. Doesn't take very many workers to work that, though. So it takes more workers than that, obviously. So we'll see how that hiring goes. Shipping troops across the strait here time. I'll say the strait. Across the sea lane. Okay, third to... I believe that's the third? Yeah, that's the third. Number the 6th. Number the 3rd. So I think everyone from the 3rd is across now. 6th. I think that's all the transport we have. Yes. So what's left is what's left. Good to know. We got most of it across, so that should be helping a lot with logistics over there. Again, we're holding on to the colonist for a little bit. Thinking of putting a colony up here. Part of that, yeah, I don't want to spend a little bit more metal in case we actually need that metal, but we got a metal mine over here. We got a rare earth metal here, fuel as well. So that'll be a good little colony. So that's probably where we're going to send most of the colonists, given enough time. Oh, we have one infantry missing, so queue up his replacement. What is our Snell relationship looking like? We have a couple that are bad. Should probably improve relations with those governors. That's where our political is going to get spent.
Order received.
Okay. And then the other low governor. Yeah, another gift as well.
Received.
Okay, now the lowest approval member is a reservist. So Logan. Logan, we're sadly going to tell you it is your time to leave. Reserve pool. And Logan.
Order received.
One less Logan. Probably at this point, most of our reserve pool is not super great. So what is the lowest opinion guy in the reserve pool? Egbert here, who's Cap 1. Yes, we should probably get rid of Egbert as well.
Order received.
Oh, one thing I should do. We got 3 rounds left to get one more bureaucratic asset. So do we have any decently well-supplied locations that do not have bureaucratic assets? There we go. That's the best place for it. So you can get one bureaucratic asset, which should complete next turn, and then be what we need to complete that demand, so we don't fail another demand that we can easily achieve. The civilization one's going to be a little bit harder. On the other hand, the civilization one is just build up civilizational zones, which is something I kind of want to do anyway if we have the metal. So what's the timeline on that one? Start of turn. Oh no, 10 turns out. Okay, so we got 10 turns to do that. We'll see if we can do that in 10 turns. How's the power looking in the zones? All the zones are looking green again. Let's see. In the management tab, is there an easy way to see how much our power deficit is across the entire SHQ? Because that's just the zone. I don't want it zone by zone. I want it by the entire SHQ if I can. Ah, okay. $68. Pick up of surface items in zone. Okay, so the preview here is showing me the SHQ. So, well, no, that's showing me. Is that? So Minos' power positive. Okay, so the capital is still receiving power from the rest of the grid. That's what we don't. Where we would have power issues. And the capital is the place we'd want to expand the power consumption. Honestly. Yeah, so we'd want like 600 more demand. We don't have 600 more demand to provide, so let's not do that right now. We're waiting for our power improvements like urbanization and the solar panels to complete. They're expected to complete in like 2 turns, so we'll see. Okay, let's cycle the turn. Not expecting anything interesting to happen during the end turn. We're just waiting for it to happen, pretty much. Taking a sip of tea. Bring that in turn. There are some squids still running about. But mostly not near us, at least. Steel land. Round 2, 6, 8. We have 7 decisions. One of which is probably what we're going to do with that Roman Thieves. Contract is about to expire. We got our plane upgrade. Good to see. Militia needs extra funds?
Roger
Sure.
that.
See you as ask
Order
tax reduction? No.
received. Copy that. Yes, sir.
Ultralight, let's get our fighter plane upgraded. Model.
Affirmative.
Yes, you have all that I can give you to deal with that problem. Successfully succeeds. Only lost 9 credits worth of stuff. Scheduled meeting with the aliens. This is the other one. We have the 30 Quill power, so we'll do ask them to join us and see if we roll. We did succeed here. So we did just get a big bunch of territory. Over here. So let's spread these aliens out. Yeah, most of them don't have their movement for the turn. Okay. But yeah, these two zones should merge next turn. So we'll see next turn how much that affects our victory score. So right now we're at 35.6. It'll go up a little bit from us having more planet. Okay, shipping lane over to this one. Now has enough space that can send more people. And it obviously needs a little bit more people to work government buildings. Oh, no, it thinks it has enough. Might not have enough because it's not getting enough power. Or at least wasn't on the last turn. But if that's the case, it'll be able to hire back up to support it, so that should be fine. We'll just dump it a bunch of colonists then. Yeah, as population. And how much do we want to give you? Let's give them about 12,000 people. Okay, we're not giving them 12,000 people. We're giving them what we can.
Roger that.
Which is fair enough. We're giving you what we can. That's all your transport route can support. Similarly, over here, these guys are coming across. We should be able to get the rest of them across. There we go. It'll be a little bit of strain on this one, but let's go ahead. Oh, we've got a railhead already set up. We're going to accept that this is going to be expensive metal. We're going to put one truck station here. Metal's the thing we're struggling with, so we'll set the metal mine up before we split the zone off. And then I suppose I can get back to decreasing our unemployed pool of, well, honestly, the people who are left in our unemployed pool, while maybe not fit to serve as anything except for a military commander, at least most of them aren't particularly unhappy, which is a good place to be. Okay, they're not particularly unhappy. I'm not going to bother right now. Did we get lucky and have any ruins in that new zone? Looks like no. Yeah, looks like no. It's got a metal mine, but we're not quite ready to try to set that metal mine up. And we don't have enough political power or... oh, not insult. Xeno Diplomat team. Yeah, that costs 26 political power. So let's cycle the turn. The one thing I will take a look at. So in theory, I just built a. Oh, would have built. It got delayed a half a turn. So we'll see what's the case next turn. So as next turn, I might nationalize the port in the southwest island. That would help with the logistics getting down there, and then obviously try to throw a bunch of workers at it using the colonist ability. It's back around to us in theory. It is? Okay. Steel land. Round 269. 6 decisions. Okay, and our bureaucracy asset did complete because we completed our demand here, getting our word score up a little bit. Oh, another militia project.
Yes.
Another candidate probably not worth the job. Protests. This case we can calm it down by talking to them, so we will. Independence agitators in Ripple Point. What's Ripple Point's? Oh, their opinion's real low because of the corporate control. Yeah, corporate abuse of power. So we're gonna send in the troops.
Roger that.
Cause a little bit of fear, but that'll suppress them for a bit. We'll have to raise the opinion in the zone real quick. Minor worker strike. Give it some of the demands. Anti-war quarrels?
Yes, sir.
We'll take the less mind option. Okay, this zone, we obviously need to play some strat cards to raise the opinion of the zone. So that reduces unrest. You don't actually have any unrest. You don't need security. So we're just gonna have to resort to throw money at the people. 2,000 money.
Order received.
Magical power of bribery.
Order received. Order received. Order received. Order received.
Okay. Well, that's about as good as I can do. We got them back up to 50. We'll see if it goes up. At some point I need to crack down on the corporation a little bit more. Let's meet the CEO. And we'll go ahead and grab a court manager. And we still have enough political power that we can try sending out a Xeno Diplomat. Let's see if we can get lucky with these guys.
Roger that.
Okay, and our metal is getting a little low, which is worrisome, because I'd like some of these projects to be done and not delayed. Okay, so the bureaucratic office cost 100, so that won't be a recurring penalty, so this will only going down 700 next turn. The truck station, similarly, so maybe it's about 600 going down. And then the turn after that, yeah, so we're probably going to run out of metal. And it almost certainly isn't worth buying metal, because metal is so expensive. Okay, so I'm going to have to slow down the construction for a bit while, as we're running out of metal. And our transport routes of metal off of this location is pretty hindered. Oh, we can throw the colonists down here, so let's go ahead and quickly nationalize the port to get importing power to go better. The port went from having no worker requirements to 2,500, so let's give him 2,500 workers. Actually, let's give him a little bit more,
Roger that.
because with the improved trade route, it might need power for other things. It still leaves us with some surplus workers. Okay, expand to this zone, so let's spread these guys out if we can. Just a smidge. I say just a smidge. A little bit more than a smidge, to be fair. Is there anything I maybe should be protecting the sea and not the land? Because that is the Tulsa commune. It's not in the worst opinion with us. So as far as victory packs, I think it's still just the neighbor here that would be willing. Not willing right now, but they're the most willing. Doesn't have faction power, that would agree. Doesn't have a faction power, that would agree. Does not have a faction in power, that would support such a pack, yeah. And at this point, we got most of the major islands divided between us majors. So there's a couple minor ones that got, like, nothing on them. And we got one minor zone that we're trying to integrate diplomatically with the Xenos. Victory overview is updated here from that planet grab, so we're now up to 36.6. Kind of actually expecting that to be worth more of the planet, but it wasn't. So yeah, it is looking like if we're going to win, we are going to have to go to war with Brunderstein. Because we need their people and we need their land. Getting ready for that's going to be a little bit complicated because we're probably going to want to take over these 3 cities in that war. And are they the one that owns here? They are the one that owns there. And this city. So it's basically 4 cities we need to rapidly overrun in the early stages of that war, if supplies support it. Okay, we finally caught up on the bottleneck on this island. We still got a little bit of bottleneck on this one, which might actually be due to transport issues on the rail. Oh, before I forget, no, we had it time out, I think, but I think it was the Zollhoven one that went, so that's fine. We over designed it on the second upgrade, so yeah, we got routes everywhere. So it's the old Zollhoven one is gone because we replaced it with we basically replaced it with a 9K instead of a 25K. So we're watching probably what's left of that troop movement. Then it should be our turn. There we go. Round 270. We have 5 decisions. And we just completed the laser rifles. Meeting the CEO. So we're going to increase the corporate tax.
Order received.
Faction candidate,
Order
sure.
received.
Worst case scenario, we'll have to go around and fire him later. Let's grab heavy guided RPGs.
Copy that.
Visual meet with the aliens. Let's ask them to join us.
Affirmative.
Might not succeed, and probably won't succeed.
Roger that.
No, it was reasonably close. We got 114 versus 123. So that's probably something if we could save up to do the big one, that they would accept the big one.
Understood.
Okay, mental's bad. It's actually a little bit better than I was fearing, but it's still pretty bad. Oh, that's because a lot of stuff got slowed down. Yes, of course it did. Completed the truck station. The middle mine went at 4%. So that's basically delayed that by 2 turns. Separatization, at least the solar power field went at speed. And we might have a couple more solar power fields to upgrade here. Yeah, we can upgrade the 3s, the 2 new 3s.
Order received. Order received.
Wait, I don't know if we have any surplus power based off of that. Possibly do. No, I think we have some power shortaging issues. Okay. Yeah, we need to keep expanding those solar panels. There were earth metals, so that's not too much an issue for their construction. But yeah, everything else got slowed down a bit. Oh, we've got some surplus here. How many people do you... Well, you fired workers because of power issues. We'll give you 400 workers, just in case those power issues solve themselves. In fact, that's all the workers we can send to. Okay. Wait, let's go ahead and give this place all the colonists. That should allow it to upgrade. Not that we're necessarily going to take advantage of that upgrade right away, but we should make it available. Yeah, I think we got everyone here properly spread out. At least it looks like it. And then we're going to be spreading them out over here. In hindsight, we probably do want these guys spread out along the coast if we can. Instead of inland. Okay. We'll see if our situation improves or worsens. We have a decent amount of metal here that is waiting on logistics to ship. This shipping route is full, the shipping route is full. The train line going through here is full. Train/truck line going through there is full. Okay. $36.8. And yeah, the construction being delayed and the metal being short is the annoying factor right now. Okay. Back to us. Round 271, 7 decisions. Did get the civilization high enough level to get our word score up a little bit. So instead of moving on to the next plane, I'm going to build, instead of building upon guards 4, we're going to build a brand new design, which is going to be our... Oh no, Robo Troops are a different category, aren't they? Or I try to do the thing wrong. Type? Yes. Type could be discovered. Okay, so let's actually hit no new orders. That'll encourage him to discover new stuff and hopefully discover the
Understood.
Robo Troops.
Yes. Roger that.
Managed to find and execute the saboteur. Rest did not increase. Refuses demand but buys
Received.
beers. Won't move. Yeah, let it
Understood.
upgrade. Alien natives offering mercs. So if you go to them asking for mercs, it lowers your opinion. If they come to you asking for mercs, and you accept, it raises their opinion.
Roger that.
We're a little low on money. I think we'll go ahead and sell off some machine parts.
Affirmative.
To build up the cash reserve a little bit. Solar panel field, level 5 completed. Most of the stuff is not running at full speed, but it's making decent progress. We'll have to slow down and let the metal stockpile improve a little bit after a couple turns. Mainly probably by letting things like the serpentization plants, not making them expand so quickly. Potentially next turn, but then the turn, if not, then the turn after we'll get a couple more things done, and that should bring us a bit more positive metal. So the other way to fix the metal situation is continue building soil demineralization plants. So we're building the last one, or last level currently in the capital that we can. But in the future we'll be able to build more elsewhere. still probably want to give these guys some more colonists.
Roger that.
And then up here, we're waiting on that iron mine. We're going to go ahead and upgrade it to level 2. Because the existing zone will support level 2. And then we'll break off the upper portion here as its own zone, with that asset as its one of its main work sites. Yeah, for the moment, I think we're going to try to hoard up a decent amount of little power. Before I forget, said 3 or 4 turns ago that 3 to 4 turns we should be coming back to work with the Applied Science and the Air Force. So it's time to change your research. Fuel efficiency is probably high enough. So we get a soil efficiency for more power. Or fuel mix optimization for more fuel. We don't necessarily have a fuel problem right now. So let's go solar for more power from the solar fields. And then the Air Force, we're going to call you up and change your research. You were doing jet engine efficiency. I think that's about as high as we want the jet engines to go. We could run like helicopters with thopter wings. Or VTOL. VTOL turbojet is probably what we want, yeah. Thopter. Let me double check what those look like in the tech tree. You require jet engines. You require. Okay, so we probably want VTOL. Thopter is what we would do if we didn't have VTOL. So yeah, let's do VTOL. That'll give us a helicopter-like engine type for our shorter-ranged, more weapons-forward airships. Oh, so I actually don't know. VTOL might be aircraft instead of thopters and helicopters. We'll see in a bit. See when that's done researching. We might actually do all 3 of them. We'll see. Okay, let's go ahead and cycle the turn. Again, we're going to hoard a little bit of total power because we can. We want to do the big welcoming party for the guys, or for the last aliens. And then once we have that done, it's going to be sorting out the logistics for the war. However, I think this is probably where I should go ahead and put the part break in. If we're trying to keep these 30 to 40 minutes long, as we're coming up in 40 minutes. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow, because we're going to record at least 1, if not 2 more parts today. So with that, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part. Bye for now.